Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, I got a request and here I am doing it for you. So thank you very much for sending a request and here we go. So for today's video, we'll talk about functions, relations, and graph in CXC math, where we find the inverse of a function, we can evaluate functions, or we can find if a function is undefined by determining some values of x. Alright, so here we go. So to start off, you have to know that functions are given in terms of a letter with whatever unknown variable inside. For example, f of x is the name of this function. It could be called g of x, it could be called h of x, and you know the list of functions you all have. So f of x is our function. And so f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. And we are asked to evaluate f of negative 2 and to do the inverse of f of x. Alright, so to evaluate, we know that whatever number we see in the parentheses right here represents the value of x. So if you match it up to the original function, x is equal to negative 2. So if that's the case, what we have to do is to put negative 2 into this function, or this expression right here, and simplify. So f of negative 2 is equal to 3x plus 1. So it's 3 of negative 2 plus 1. Negative 2 times 3 gives us a negative 6. So negative 6 plus 1 is a negative 5. So f of negative 2 is equal to negative 5. And there you go for the evaluation part. Now we want to find the inverse. And here I wrote some steps for you to find the inverse. So first, you have to write the given function, and that's the one that you were given. Then you rename it by saying let f of x equal to y. Then we interchange f of x and y, and then we solve for y. So let's go on. So step 1, I am going to rewrite the function that was given. I'm going to erase this for a little. Hold on. So the answer here is negative 5. So that's that. So step 1, we're going to write the function. So f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. Right? Our next step is to let f of x equal to y. So when we see f of x here, we're going to say y is equal to 3x plus 1. That's our next stage. Next, we interchange x and y. So right here, whatever is x becomes y, whatever is y becomes x. I'm going to change my marker so you see exactly what I did. So here, x is equal to 3y plus 1. Let's go back to red. So I interchange my x with my y. Now my last step is to solve for y. And as you know, to solve equations, we solve until we get y by itself by doing the opposite operation of what we're seeing. So right here, since they're adding a 1, you have to subtract 1 from both sides. And if you don't know how to do simple steps like these, you can go check out my videos. I have a lot there to explain. Alright, so we cancel. So x minus 1 is equal to 3y. From here, we solve for y. So we divide by 3 on both sides. So that cancels. So y is equal to x minus 1 over 3. Remember at the beginning, we said f of x is equal to y. So therefore, f inverse of x is equal to x minus 1 over 3. And there you go for the inverse of your function. So if you can remember these simple 4 steps, you are on your way, as well as knowing how to solve equations. Either the simple ones or the more complex ones, which I'll do for you in a minute. So rewrite the equation, let f of x equal to y, interchange, and then you solve. And there we go. So let's move on to our next question. So this one says h of x is equal to x plus 3 over x minus 4. So for this one, we want to find the inverse of h of x. Alright, so negative 1 to the x. So we need to find the inverse function. And once you see the -1 at the top, that basically means inverse. Alright, so from here, we're going to write the given function. So write function. I'm going to go to the top. I think I have more space up here. Oh, never mind. Let's go back here. So we're going to write the function. So h of x is equal to x plus 3 over x minus 4. And from here, we're going to rewrite it by saying let h of x equal to y. So we're going to say let h of x equal to y. So y is equal to x plus 3 over x minus 4. And from here, we are now going to interchange x and y. So I'm going to come right here. So we're going to interchange x and y. So where we see y, we put x, x we put y. So x is equal to y plus 3 over y minus 4. Alright? So we're almost there. So once we interchange, now it's time for us to solve. And I must tell you, we're going to solve for y. I must tell you guys that for this step, you need to be able to factorize simple expressions. Alright? So let's move on. Let me change my color. So x is equal to y plus 3 over y minus 4. As you know, x is, this is a whole number. So we can cross multiply with the butterfly method. So x times the denominator, so it's x times y minus 4. And 1 times the numerator, so it's y. So it's 1 times y plus 3, which is just y plus 3, but it's okay. So from here, we're going to distribute. We're going to distribute the x to the parentheses. So xy minus 4x is equal to, distribute the 1, y plus 3. Alright? Now we have two variables in our equation. We are going to combine like terms. I'm going to write some extra step here for persons who would like to see this. It's a combine like terms. So we're going to combine all the y's and all the other things together. Alright, so let's go. So combine like terms. So here is a positive y. We have to subtract y from both sides. So we say xy minus y is equal to, we're going to rewrite this 3, and we're going to add this 4x because it's a negative. So we're going to say plus 4x. Alright? So let me show you in detail what I just did, because I didn't do the full step what you guys know to do. So we're going to say subtract y from both sides. So it's xy minus y. And then we're going to, that cancel, we're going to bring down the 4x and bring down the 3. Then we're going to subtract, add 4x to both sides. So it's xy minus y is equal to 3 plus 4x. Alright? And this looks like what I have up here. Alright? But I didn't do all of this step here for you. But this right here is the same thing as what's up here. So I'm going to erase this part because I need the space. Okay, so once we're here, we see we have two terms that have something in common, and that's the y. So we're going to factor out the y because it's a common factor. Alright? Then we say xy divided by y, the y's cancel, we're left with x, and negative y over y, y cancel, we're left with 1. Alright? So that's how you factorize if you want to go step by step. But I'm going to erase this part now since you saw what I did. Now we're going to move to this part, 3 plus 4x. Here, we need to solve for y. So to solve for y, y is being multiplied by all of this in the parentheses, x minus 1. So we have to do the opposite operation by dividing. So we should divide by x minus 1 on both sides. And remember, anything you do to one side, you do it to the other to balance your equation. So we're going to cancel that. Oops. Cancel that. So y is equal to 3 plus 4x over x minus 1. And remember in the beginning we said that h of x, where is it? H of x is equal to y. So h inverse of x is equal to 3 plus 4. Let's put my therefore statement because important, over x minus 1. And there you go for the inverse of a function. I hope this was easy for you or straightforward enough. If it wasn't, leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll be happy to do another video for you where I go in detail and all of that, or in further steps, let me say that, if you don't understand this one. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for liking. Please do subscribe. Tell a friend to come. Send their requests and I'll be happy to assist you as best as I can. Thank you guys.